Alright, so in this recording we're going to learn how to read two different geologic maps. And we'll use two examples here because each geologic map is different and uses, different symbologies to represent different things. So we'll start with this one. This is the North American Tapestry of Time and Train. And on this map, color is used simply to represent the age of the rock, if you remember back to the geologic timescale recordings. So all the areas in sort of your red and your orangish colors are going to be your Precambrian. So you can see that these represent different ages in the Precambrian, with the pink being the very oldest rocks, looking at, say, ones in northern Quebec, for example, and the orange being slightly younger. So you can see that even if you look at the Canadian Shield, you see that there, can be a difference of up to 1 billion years between some of the oldest rocks in the Canadian or Precambrian Shield and the youngest. Then the blue rock on this map and the purples, these are from the Paleozoic, ranging, of course, from the Cambrian all the way to the Permian. So just referring to our colors here again, we see that the purple ones are the oldest, so those are Cambrian rock. And then, but just looking at Southern Ontario, which has a lot of Paleozoic rock, we're really starting here at the Ordovician and then moving into the Silurian and Devonian as we move west. And you can see that Southern Ontario is part of this kind of bullseye looking formation called the Michigan Basin, the Michigan Sedimentary Basin, where you see older rocks generally on the outside, younger bedrock on the inside. If you get into Michigan, you even have some Triassic and I think even a bit of Jurassic aged rock at the center. And you have to remember, around this time, a lot of this area was submerged under an inland sea. So now if we go into the greens, that's when we're going to get our Mesozoic, our dinosaur age rock. And if you remember back to the geologic timescale, I mentioned that this was a lot of the rock we find in western Canada with that Cretaceous interior seaway. So you're going to see a lot of, in this case, Cretaceous aged and some Jurassic aged bedrock in that area. And you can also see a lot of greens as well in the Rocky Mountains, and that's when a lot of the rock that eventually became the Rocky Mountains was formed. Though we do see a lot of complexity as well because the mountain building event and the tectonics associated with that. Finally, in some limited areas, such as in parts of Alberta, we do see some Cenozoic aged rock, in this case mostly from the Paleogene. And so just to recap, on this map, color represents time. Pinks and reds are the oldest Precambrian, blues are Paleozoic, greens are Mesozoic, and then you have the odd bit of yellows of various kinds, which are Cenozoic. And then actually there are insets which do tell you about the rock type, but the main map itself is solely based on time. It doesn't distinguish between sedimentary and igneous and metamorphic rocks.